Welcome to the Cork Hypnotherapy Clinic, and this video is about hypnoanalysis, and Richard has volunteered to undergo hypnoanalysis. And the only problem we have with this is that for a client to feel totally relaxed going through hypnoanalysis, that it's totally confidential. Unless the client is aware of that, they may not volunteer all the information that's necessary to do so. But we're very fortunate to have a cameraman, Brendan Kearns, who is also a hypnoanalyst and has gone through analysis, and he'll be hearing nothing new while the session is going on, and Richard is aware of that also. And I want to thank you, Richard, first of all, for volunteering to do this for us. It's the first time we've cut a video using a live client, and again I want to thank you for doing that. Again, do be aware that it's totally confidential. Anything that's coming up is totally confidential and should be treated as such. Now, we've already done an introductory talk with Richard, and on the other tapes that we've cut for the Irish School of Ethical and Analytical Hypnotherapy, we've gone through the meeting the client, the introductory talk, the various tests and all the rest of it. So what we're planning to do here is to go very, very quickly into the hypnoanalysis process per se. But just to bring you up on the client here, it's Richard. He's 32 and he lives in the West. He's married but separated. He has children. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't bite his fingernails. He blushes easily, and he gets minor anxiety attacks at times. Fears and phobias: water, darkness, and blushing. There's no compulsions there. He's got some recurring dreams, although he's unaware of what the dreams are exactly. His favorite place to relax is in bed. He's got several hobbies. God plays some part in his life. He's on no medication, and he has no depressed symptoms. And your problems, Richard, are, as I understand them from what you said to me the last day at the introductory talk, that you blush fairly easily, isn't that right?
That's right, yeah.
And especially when you're meeting somebody new or somebody you don't know, you find yourself blushing quite easily there. And you find it very difficult to make eye contact with people. How do you find yourself making eye contact right now?
Not too bad.
You feel a bit more easier
Yeah.
here. Okay, if you keep looking, you'll go into hypnosis, you see, very quickly and very, very easily. So when did all this start for you again, Richard, this blushing business? When did you become aware of it? What age were you when you became aware that you blushed?
Mid to late teens, I think, is when I first became aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
And has been a problem for a long while since.
I see. So it started maybe around puberty time or
Yeah.
after that?
Yeah, a little.
And can you remember any time where it hit you fairly forcibly in that time?
In a lot of occasions when I meet people for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
who I obviously I don't know, I would get embarrassed quite a bit,
I see.
and I would get very sweaty and
Mm-hmm.
sticky and a bit agitated, you know.
And would you find your heart beating a lot quicker as
I
well?
would, yeah.
Yeah. And what are your basic instincts then at that stage?
My instincts are to get away from the situation as fast as possible.
To retreat?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what positive changes do you want for yourself in this therapy?
I want to be able to be more comfortable meeting people,
Mm-hmm.
and be more comfortable about myself when I meet people, you know, and be more relaxed with people.
And more relaxed, okay. All right. Now, what is your fear exactly, would you say, Richard? What is your basic fear?
My basic fear would be of possibly making a fool of myself, or
Mm-hmm.
people having a bad opinion of me or something like that.
Okay. Now, being made a fool of, would you complete the following sentence, please? I'm afraid that if I make a fool of myself, or people have a bad opinion of me, then...
I'm afraid if I make a fool of myself, people will have a bad impression of me or a bad image of me.
They'll have a bad image?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, could you please complete the following sentence? Having a bad image is good because...
Having a bad image is good because I can't see any goodness in it really, except for it helps me to run away from a situation really, or retreat from a situation.
That's right. It's good because it helps you to run away and retreat,
Yeah.
isn't it? Okay. So you're getting a lot of positive benefits out of it, aren't you, really?
I suppose I am.
Yeah.
But
So
not
it's
ones that I want.
But it's protecting you
Yeah,
in some
yeah.
way. Would you agree?
Yeah.
It's protecting you. Very good. Now, wouldn't it be fun if you could find positive ways to protect you rather than negative ways?
Sure would.
Yeah. Can you think of any?
Yeah, I think if I was a lot more relaxed about myself and had a positive self-image of myself, or more positive self-esteem.
That's very good. Now, wouldn't it be fun if your subconscious mind gave you those?
Would you?
How,
Be fabulous.
and where would you feel that in your body if you felt it?
I think I'd feel it in my head.
In your head?
Yeah.
Very good. Wouldn't it be fun if you double those feelings now? And just see yourself meeting people, feeling those same feelings. How does that feel?
Yeah, feels excellent.
Feels good, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does, yeah.
Where else in your body do you feel that now?
In my stomach.
In your stomach.
Yeah.
Just do this with your forefinger and thumb for me, please, and just double those feelings now. Just double those feelings. Okay? Double the feelings. And just double the feelings in your stomach now. And just see yourself meeting people. And make that picture bigger, make it brighter, make it full of fun. How does that look?
It's great.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels good. So next time you do that, you're going to feel good, aren't you? Okay. Now, the whole object of this therapy, Richard, is to find the causes, right? To find the causes. And there must be a cause. There must have been a first time in your life when you actually blushed or became self-conscious, okay? Now, I don't have the answers to this, but your subconscious mind certainly does. And using the process now of hypnosis and analysis, we're going to do just that, all right? So basically, I want you to be as honest as possible and say whatever comes into your mind. Just ignore the cameraman, just keep listening to my voice, keep freely associating memories, and just following my instructions, and we're going to be fine. So any questions on that, Richard?
Oh.
I think I answered most of them anyway in the introductory talk, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do now, in your own time, in your own way, just make yourself, just allow yourself to go over to the couch there. That's there, yeah. You're wired in. Now, as Richard is going over there, I just want to show you that we also have a biofeedback monitor here, and it's also attached up to Richard. At the moment, if the camera can get that there, at the moment it's just a biofeedback monitor. At the moment it's registering 94, and usually it's around 50 when the client is relaxed, and going into hypnosis it goes down, down, down. When he's alert it goes up, up, up more here in this direction. So the idea of this, simply, if the client is remembering something that's emotional to him, or if a memory comes up and it's very emotional, I can detect that here and I can look for more information on it. So normally I just keep this here with me on my stand, and I keep an eye on it as we're going through the analysis. Okay. How are you feeling now, Richard?
Nice and relaxed.
Nice and relaxed.
Yeah.
Okay, just making your head just comfortable, leaving your head down. And what I'm going to do now is ask you to look up here, please. Just look up here, right? Okay. Just keep looking up here. And I'm going to bring down your eyes now. Just leave your eyes go down. That's right. And just closing your eyes. And your eyes now are so glued together that the more you try and open them, the tighter locking close. Just make it try now. Satisfy yourself. Your eyes have indeed locked tightly closed. Just try now. Just try. Okay. Just stop trying now. Leave the relaxation flow from your eyelids all the ways down your body. That's the idea. Just allow them to flow all the ways down your body. And as you're listening to my voice and the music, you're allowing yourself to relax deeper and deeper and deeper still. Just make sure now that every nerve, every muscle, every sinew, every fiber of your being is just completely relaxed. Beautifully relaxed. Deeply relaxed. Going deeper now. And as you are experiencing the weight of your body on the couch, you feel more and more relaxed. Now the more you relax, the better you feel. The better you feel, the more you allow yourself to relax. That's right, just continue to enjoy that experience. You're aware of sounds, but you're more and more interested in those inner feelings of calmness and serenity. You are going deeper and deeper into relaxation in your own unique way. Now that your eyes and eyelids are relaxed and closed down now, you can remember those pleasant experiences of relaxation you had before you drift down, 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 deeper and deeper into a pleasant, comfortable, hypnotic sleep. Just as your outer self can see things with your eyes, so also your inner self has an eye also, called the inner eye. Your inner eye sees images and processes information as in a dream, a daydream, as in thoughts, images and feelings. And your inner eye knows how to relax. Your inner eye knows how relaxed you feel while you dream pleasant dreams. Like your outer eye, your inner eye also has an eyelid, and the more relaxed you feel, the more your inner eyelids close down. You notice now how nice and safe it feels as you do actually close your inner eye. It's as though your inner eyelids are wanting to close, and trying to keep them open becomes an effort. As a dream within a dream, closing more and more. Your mind peaceful and tranquil, closing down deeper and deeper. Just dream now and allow those feelings to happen for you now. Your inner eye closing down now. Feel the gentle pull and allow your inner eye to close. Your mind perfectly clear now. It grows perfectly quiet and at peace. That's good. Just allow your inner eye to gently close down and dream pleasant dreams. Dream pleasant dreams and thoughts and feelings as you're listening to my voice and the music. Just give yourself permission to begin to let go and to drift down, 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 down towards peace and tranquility. Just let go. Just continue to enjoy that experience. Allow your mind now to wander to any happy experiences you wish to recall. You might choose a special place. Whatever special place you choose, allow yourself to see the colors, hear the sounds, and have a very special feeling of feeling calm. Relaxing, letting go, and drifting down deeper and deeper, down, 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 down. It does feel so good just to let go and drift down, down, down towards peace, down towards relaxation now. With every breath that you take, with each beat of your heart, with each blink of your eyes, you're simply allowing yourself to go deeper and deeper, and still deeper and even deeper into relaxation. You're totally releasing now and completely letting go now as you relax and go deeper and deeper within yourself. You've nothing to do whatsoever except to freely flow and drift in your own pleasant thoughts. Just allow your subconscious mind to recall what it's like to relax very deeply. You know these sensations that accompany you now when you go into a very deep trance. You know that you feel light as you begin to grow calm as you go deeper. For changes today now may have already begun, or may be about to begin, or are beginning right now. And how easy it is to understand in this quiet, relaxing state, to make changes in yourself and to know changes that you want to make. You know that nothing really matters except perhaps the enjoyment of your experience. You're aware of sounds, you're aware of other things, you're aware of the camera, but you're more and more interested now in those inner feelings of calmness and serenity. You're more interested in what's going on inside your mind. And you know that nothing really matters except perhaps allowing your subconscious mind to do its job, allowing your deeper mind now to find and to remove that subconscious something that's been the root cause of your problem. You're aware that it's your subconscious mind that's causing these problems, therefore it is your subconscious mind which will correct it. And using hypnosis and analysis together, we're going to do just that, and allowing your mind now to freely wander back in time, back in time, into the years that have gone by, into your forming, developing years, into those impressionable years of youth, the years which have brought you to maturity. I want you to remember again now the emotions of youth, how quick you were to arouse when life was very new to you. I'd like you to remember again now your first time at school. I'd like you to remember the strangeness and the newness of all of that. I want you to remember again now going to the bigger school, the secondary school, and again to remember the strangeness and the newness of all of that. I'd like you to remember again now starting work for the very first time, your first days on the job, and again to remember the strangeness and the newness of that situation. Now I want you to send your mind back there into those younger years, looking for a storm of emotion, so strong, so powerful, that the emotion actually penetrated the subconscious of the mind so that it is still there. Now on a memory of the past, just to spring up into your thoughts, unbidden, unbeckoned, and I want you to explore that memory. Just look at that memory, feel that memory, experience that memory. Now I want you to link and connect one memory to another memory, and I want another memory now just to spring up into your thoughts, and again now to look at that memory, feel that memory, experience that memory. Now the very worst thing that ever happened to you, the most emotional, the most upsetting, the most shameful, the most horrifying thing. Now the very worst thing that ever happened to you, the most emotional, the most upsetting, the most shameful, the most horrifying thing, just to spring up into your thoughts. Not 100 things, just one, and I want you to explore that memory now. Just look at the memory, feel the memory, experience that memory. Now to revert back to imagining things, but now I ask you to imagine something. I want you to link the imaginary thing to something real, to something that really did happen. Not necessarily anything that fits what I say, just something in memory of something that really did happen. And the first thing now I want you to imagine me is water. There's water everywhere, all around you, above you, below you. You think you're drowning. And I want you to link this now to something that really did happen to you back there in those younger years. Now I want you to imagine pain, physical pain, pain that hurts you, pain that gets to you, pain that makes you shout and roar and scream. And I want you to link this now to something that really did happen to you back there in those younger years. Now I want you to imagine be a huge crowd of people where everybody seems to be older than you. They seem to be looking down on you. You feel uneasy. You feel worried. You feel like running away. You feel embarrassed. You feel very, very embarrassed. And I want you to link this now to something that really did happen to you back there in those younger years. Now I want you to imagine to be a lonely place where you're all alone. You feel unwanted, unloved, uncared for. You feel like nobody's child. And I want you to link this now to something that really did happen to you back there in those younger years. Now I want you to imagine darkness. It's dark. You can't see where you're going. You're feeling afraid. And I want you to link this now to something that really did happen to you back there in those younger years. I want you to imagine flames, fire, smoke, heat. The world is on fire. There's fire everywhere. And I want you to link this now to something that really did happen to you back there in those younger years. Now I want you to link in your mind now to something that really did happen, not necessarily anything that fits what I say, just something, a memory of something that really did happen. And the first thing I'm going to say to you now is that you've got a guilty secret that you don't want to know about, that you'd much prefer not to think about, that you've got a guilty secret now that you just don't want to know about, that you'd much prefer not to think about. And I want you to link this now to something that really did happen to you back there in those younger years. Now back there in those younger years when you were a young lad, you showed yourself up. You embarrassed yourself. Back there in those younger years when you were a young lad, you showed yourself up. You embarrassed yourself. So much so you preferred that the ground would open up and swallow you up. So much so you prefer to disappear from planet Earth entirely. And I want you to link this now to something that really did happen to you back there in those younger years. Now back there in those younger years, when you were a young lad, there was this adult or older person. Back there in those younger years, when you were a young lad, there was this adult or older person, and you allowed this grown-up person to touch you, to hit you, to bully you, in some way to have power over you. And I want you to link this now to something. I want you to link this now to something or someone, and I want you to allow a memory just to come up into your mind. And look at that now. And allowing your mind now to wander back in time now, looking for emotion now that's so troubled and so upset, a young maturing mind, that the emotion is still there. Now whatever thought, feeling, fantasy, picture, emotion, whatever comes to mind, I want you to say it. Even though it may sound ridiculous or trivial, I want you to say it out loud, even though it may sound irrelevant, impure, childish, something shameful or sexual or whatever that in your mind. I just want you to say it, even though you viewed it previously as secret. So whatever thought, feeling comes to mind, I want you to say it. Now I want you to gather a memory in your thoughts now, Richard, please, and just tell me now where you are, what you're doing, what's happening, how you're feeling. Now what are you seeing there in your mind's eye, please? What are you feeling? What do you now see there in your mind's eye? Just tell me where you are now, Richard, what you're doing, what's happening, how you're feeling.
In my grandmother's kitchen.
If you just speak a bit louder there, Richard, I can't hear you too well. You're in your grandmother's kitchen, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Sunday. My father brought me in for Sunday dinner.
Mm-hmm. Continue now.
And my father and my grandmother would joke, and she's slagging him. And it's just a happy time.
And how's young Richard feeling here now?
I feel sad now because they're both dead.
I see. At the time now, how did you feel in the kitchen?
Felt very happy, very comfortable, secure.
Very good. Now just freely link and connect that memory now, Richard, to another memory. Now when I say freely connect, I mean you can connect to anything at all under the sun, okay? Just tell me the very, very next thing now that comes to mind, the very next memory. Now what are you seeing there? What are you feeling? What do you now see there in your mind's eye?
My grandmother's front room now, and fire bookshelves.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a book there about sexuality or something like that.
A book about sexuality, okay.
I remember reading it when I was younger, but not understanding a lot of it.
Now how old was young Richard now as he's looking at this book?
9, 10.
About 10. Very good. And how is he feeling now as he's looking at this book? Is it a picture book? Is it a word book? What kind of a book is it?
Words.
Words, is it?
Almost all words, yeah.
Okay. And how's young Richard feeling there now?
A bit confused about some of the terminology, the words.
Can you remember what words confused you?
Yeah, vulva was one of them.
Vulva, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other words?
No, that was the main one. I couldn't understand what they were on about.
Just freely connect that memory now of looking at that sex book and the word, and just freely link and connect that now to another memory. Tell me the very next memory now that comes to mind. The very next thing that comes to mind. You're finding it so easy now, Richard, just to link and connect. Fairly quickly now, you're finding it so easy just to link and connect from one memory to another, to another, to another. And the very next thing now that comes to mind.
Just
now what are you seeing, please? What are you feeling? What you now see there, Richard? Mm-hmm.
just remember playing soldiers in my grandmother's. On a table in the front room. Load alone the soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go there every week to my grandmother, every Sunday. On my own. It was great. I felt so special. She really loved me.
It's connecting right now.
And I remember one time all my cousins were home from England. I felt that they were staying there as well, and they intruded on my, encroached on my territory. And I didn't like them around. I was jealous that they were there, taking the attention away from me. And one time they were out playing or something, and I wouldn't let them back into the house. And they kept ringing the bell. They wouldn't come in. I wouldn't let them come in.
Again, I'm just connecting right now, please. The very next thing that comes to mind. Just say in your own mind, just link and connect. And the very, very next memory